Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Christodon1, and I am back with another video. Kyle Lowry, the point guard of the Toronto Raptors. This is breaking news, by the way. He is going to re-up and re-sign with the Toronto Raptors. Now, this deal is, basically this deal is going to establish for a fact that the Toronto Raptors are going to be playoff contenders. Now, earlier today, Serge Ibaka, he signed with the Toronto Raptors too. So when you look at the Toronto Raptors from this standpoint, this still make them a playoff contender, and they need to add a couple of more pieces for me and everyone else out there, a lot of NBA analysts out there, to put two and two together and say that, well, with these two guys re-up and re-signing with the Toronto Raptors, that means that the Toronto Raptors are going to be representing the East when the finals come down the pipe. I still think they still need pieces. I think this is a great move. I think this was the only move for Kyle Lowry, unless he was going to take a huge financial pay cut to go to the Spurs or to the Clippers. There was rumors that were out there floating around that suggested that he may entertain the notion of going to the Spurs or maybe to the Clippers. But with this move, it makes them a legit Eastern Conference. They're going to be basically in the Eastern Conference. Fine. Well, the Eastern Conference playoffs. I think this will make them a second, maybe third seed. It really depends on what the Boston Celtics are going to do. Are they going to get Haywood to sign with the Celtics? We don't know these things, okay? But as of right now, it's a good, positive move for the Toronto Raptors. Now, in other news, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they re-signed Kyle Korver. His name escaped me for a second there. This is a decent deal. This is a 3-year deal. And basically the reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to re-sign Korver, because, he's a three-point specialist. He throws points up in a bunch, particularly in limited bases. This doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be in the starting lineup, but however, this is a good deal for the Cleveland Cavaliers because let's just face facts and face reality. The Cleveland Cavaliers are over the salary cap. They can't really add talent by signing it during free agency. So the only way they can establish good talent is for them to trade for these talent, for the talent or for the pieces. Now, the Paul George trade, that pretty much fell through. All right, so the next available player, big-time player for the Cleveland Cavaliers is Carmelo Anthony, and I feel like the only way they're going to get him if somehow, some way, the New York Knicks organization release Carmelo Anthony. And as of right now, the New York Knicks organization feels like that there's a lot of teams out there that's willing to give them draft picks or give them players or both to trade for Carmelo Anthony. So we're going to have to wait and see how that develops. Now, a lot of people were commenting in my video yesterday, basically telling me that the Philadelphia 76ers, by them adding J.J. Redick, that makes them a title contender, that makes them fight in the have a spot in the playoffs in the East. But when you really look at it in reality, we have to wait and see what the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to do. But as of right now, I just don't see the 76ers winning one game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The same could be said for the Boston Celtics. They may get a game from the Raptors and the Heat. They could probably win the series with the Heat. Depending on if the Heat sign Haywood, we're going to have to wait and see on that. But there are like 6 or 7 teams, including the Bucks, are some good, solid teams that the 76ers, if they pair up with one of those teams, I don't see them winning. They may win a game, but I don't think they're going to win the series, okay? It's about winning the series and advancing and pursuing on. Now, I stated for the record yesterday that I feel like the J.J. Redick move was a cash grab. from the standpoint of JJ Redick, I don't think a lot of teams were going to pay him that type of money to sign up for their teams. Now, there were rumors out there floating around that the San Antonio Spurs was interested in JJ Redick, but I don't know what happened. Maybe the deal fell apart when they tried to ask for more money. Okay, so that's basically what's going on. Oh, and Andre Iguodala, he signed yesterday to stay with the Warriors. Now, a lot of people felt like he had a shot of leaving the Warriors because a lot of teams were going to pay him a lot of money. Now, the Spurs were really interested in Andre Iguodala, but they couldn't pay him the most when you compare their deal with the Golden State Warriors. So it was quite natural to me that Andre Iguodala was going to end up staying with the Golden State Warriors. Okay, so in a nutshell, when you're talking about the Golden State Warriors, they're keeping their core talent, and they're going to be a team that's going to be reckoned with. I don't think a lot of teams can compete with them. The Clippers, when you look at the Clippers standpoint, I think they're having a different philosophy, mentality. Instead of trying to outscore or do lob city against the Golden State Warriors, I feel like they're having a low post offensive game between Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. But do not be surprised if they trade Blake Griffin to the Phoenix Suns. And if they do that, that's clearly a rebuild move, in my opinion, for draft picks and a couple of players. The Houston Rockets got a lot better. They got a front court when you're talking about Chris Paul and James Harden. But what about the chemistry? I mean, I think Chris Paul on the real will try to work his style to fit with James Harden's style. But what about James Harden? All right, James Harden been so used of demanding the ball. We're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. And the Spurs are just the Spurs. Okay, the Cleveland Cavaliers on the East, they're the clear-cut team in the East that everybody is trying to knock down. Okay, and we're just gonna have to wait and see about all of that stuff there. Okay, hold on one second. Very bad connection. Don't know why I got a very bad connection, because I'm on my own Wi-Fi. Let's wait a few minutes. Same very bad connection. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. Guys, tell me what you think. If you can still hear me out there, rate, comment, subscribe, please. Notification gang in the building. Hit that notification icon, that notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy, I'm Chris the Dom One, and I am out. Peace.